are you Kaustav? I said, yes, my name is Vijay Mallya. I would like to meet you. I said, don't joke, and I gave the phone down. Kingfisher gave us that we. Kingfisher was we. An airline is not about a pilot or a crew, or it's all come together. The engineering team, the ground services, the air crew, that is the flight crew, then the cockpit crew, all come together.
When you fly in Kingfisher Airlines, you will get a beer to drink. And is that right?
No. There is no bad publicity. It's all publicity. It's good or bad, you're in publicity. So that's what he had told me. So we take it that way.
That ringtone will come. Ooh la 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 la, yo.
Kingfisher has its own aura. It had its own aura. But I don't think he had any intention to cheat anyone. You keep laughing. That was the time when Kapil Sharma was coming into play and all those people. Okay. Kingfisher current had nothing to do with Kingfisher Airlines, by the way.
Okay, that's also not related.
It's with the Kingfisher beer. I think he lost interest. I think Dr. Mallya lost interest in the airline. Want to promote India skills, world skills to every nook and corner of every village in India.
Pradhan Mantri
Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Very good scheme. I don't want to be one messiah that I'm going to change your life. So whatever you learn it well and you use it well. We started from Mysore. We have finished almost entire Karnataka traveling. And I went to more than 350 villages of Karnataka. I don't know, it irks me nowadays that after getting skills, people don't want to get a job. Until unless the life personally comes and tells me, sir, thank you, I can't say how many impacted. The government will always think macro. They have to, they don't have a choice. Stop depending on government for money. Government can do that much only. And government has its own mechanism to pay you. Government is not a baniya dukan that you give training today, tomorrow you will get money. Today, no one stops us on the road and asks us, raat ko chalegi kya? Today no one stops us in how much you made for begging. Today no one stops us and tells us to go and give tali and get when the baby is born and all that. Today people stop us on the road still and ask us how much milk you sold today. Kaustav Nath sir gave our dignity back.
Thank you so much, everyone. Your love and support means a lot for us. Talking about today's podcast, India is sitting on a gold mine. Not gold, not oil. It is talent. Today's guest is someone who has spent years building that missing bridge between potential and opportunity. From working inside Aviation gains to shaping India's skill ecosystem to partnering with governments and impacting thousands of young professionals. This man doesn't just talk about the change, he executes it. This podcast is in and around skill development and aviation industry. So let's welcome Captain Kaustav Nath for this podcast. This is a wonderful conversation. Don't miss this. Do watch. Welcome, Captain Kaustav Nath, sir.
Thanks, Prashant. Thanks for getting me here.
Yeah. Sir, it was really very painful for me also to catch hold and run around you. Sir, come to our podcast, share your experience.
I have been behind me for the last 2 months, maybe more. But I've been really busy and traveling. So what I do right now, it involves a lot of travel. It involves a lot of inspection, supervision, all that. So we got in touch ultimately.
Yeah, finally. And I remember I met you in 2018-19 in my city, Kalburgi.
Yeah.
After that.
That time you were doing something you were doing something with that AR/VR thing, and I was very impressed with that because you showed me the entire anatomy of our body through AR/VR, which was my first experience in AR/VR, other than those gaming things that happens in malls for my kids. But that was very nice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And you suggest me, you gave me some really good insights. Based on that, yes, I'm doing pretty good right now. And when it comes to Kaustav Nath, before the captain, that's your identity. Can you please tell me about that?
Basically wanted to wear the uniform since my childhood. So I hail from a very small village called Balurghat in Dinajpur district. So, and from there started in Calcutta. I'm an ex-South Pointer. So it is very well known that if you walk down the street in any city of the world, you'll find two South Pointers. So I'm one of them. And after passing out, I did my flying. I got a scholarship to do my flying and finish my license and all that. And that much is, I think, enough. So that's how the captain part came. But that has, trained me mentally and physically for life. And I still do training. I still do a lot of martial arts. We have a martial arts school which is run by my wife. We teach only ladies and children. So that also we do. I only look after the self-defense and the street fighting aspect of it, because that is what we develop. So that's one about the captain aspect of it.
Okay. And you have worked in aviation industry.
Yeah.
And
Post my
Kingfisher and SpiceJet.
Yeah.
One collapsed, one survived.
Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of experience you got it in both the organizations?
I started my life with Jet Airways, and I came back. The Jet Airways journey started in 2001 when I joined Jet Airways as a security thing in East, that is Calcutta. That was 1.5 years I was there. And I got very claustrophobic in Calcutta, and I wanted to run away from it. And even living the services, I never wanted to be a part of security. But unfortunately, there was Colonel Nair who had told me to come, and he was a senior officer. And he was moving to Deccan, so he wanted me to come and join. So I joined. And then I felt claustrophobic. I went to Jet Airways in-flight services in Chennai. So moving out of Calcutta was one of the biggest thing. So I moved out, just got married that time. We moved to Chennai in 2002 or 2003, around that time. And I was heading in-flight services when one day I get a call, and those days mobile phones were very rare, incoming, outgoing money and all that. So I got a call on my table, and somebody called me. Somebody said that a friend of mine actually, and he said, "Bro, somebody wants to talk to you." I said, "Yes." And then we said, "Are you Kaustav?" I said, "Yes, my name is Vijay Mallya. I would like to meet you." I said, "Don't joke," and I kept the phone down.
Seriously, you got the call from Vijay Mallya?
No, from my friend.
Okay.
So, and then he gave the phone, and then he again called back, "What are you doing?" And all that. So then I would like to have a meeting with you. And so in 2005 February, my son was born, and after that I came to Bangalore the second time. The first time was in 92, and then 2005. And then the interview happened in that near Race Course, one hotel is there, I forgot the name now. So there the interview happened, and I was supposed to meet one general called Mr. Ashwini Khanna. So I was sitting there was nobody there. I was sitting in the corridor, and then suddenly I see one gentleman coming out, a short, stocky stature, and he said, "You are?" I said, "I'm Kaustav. I'm waiting for Mr. Khanna." "Well, I'm Mr. Khanna. Come inside." And that was the first time with the big man, and amazing experience. We used to work, all of us. There were 15, 16 of us at that point in time before the airline started. We should start working at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and 10:30, 11 in the night, writing the SOP of it, everything. Like we were all one team. So, it is not about I. So in the forces, we always teach, it's not I, we. Kingfisher gave us that we.
Okay.
Kingfisher was we. Later on, it moved on to be too large, too thing, but it was we. I can name a few: Kedin Dias, myself, Siddharth Bopana, Mainat Shavardhan, V.K. Sivaswamy, Manikandan Iyer, so many, the girls were good. Nitu was there, Nitu Datta, Karen. So it was an amazing team that came. Sometimes the team comes together. It is the team that works. And of course, the leadership of Vijay Mallya.
Okay.
It's amazing. I have seen him personally so closely, and amazing leadership. People talk a lot. That is their own point of view. I can't even debate that. Not that airline has not made mistakes. That's a different story. What I personally have great regards for Vijay Mallya. The man is not here anymore, and a lot of people say a lot of bad things about him. But I don't think he had any intention to cheat anyone.
Okay.
I very strongly feel that.
How you?
You know, the leadership I have seen, I'll give you an example. It was so, Dr. Mallya had a habit of coming on board and announcing himself, all right? So, Bangalore HL airport, very congested airport, small terminal, and we had started all the flights. So, this was around July 2000, July or August 2005. And so 2005 August was a very bad monsoon and equally bad winter we had. And I don't think Delhi had Cat 3 at that time, but it was a very bad winter, it was a very bad monsoon. If you remember, I don't know what you were doing in 2005, but
Till I was in maybe high school.
so 2005, there was a very sad incident that happened in Mumbai. And so the entire west coast got very bad monsoon. So there were a lot of diversions and cancellations in Mumbai. The Mitti River, which flows across just along the Mumbai runways, that overflowed. A lot of people died in Mumbai for that. Anyway, so Bangalore was also hit. On and off, it was getting hit. So this was one particular day when the monsoon hit us very badly, and so the aircraft was holding overhead, and I was on the ramp. Ramp is basically where the tarmac we call it ramp. Ramp is basically a region of aircraft movement and parking. So it's an acronym. So I was at the ramp completely drenched, and I think I was a supervisor, acting manager, something like that. I came running inside and I told some of my guys, go, aircraft will land because I can see the visibility improving. You guys get ready. Okay, so I come inside and I see this passenger, big beefy passenger, shouting at a new girl. We were recruiting that time, and a young girl shouting at her, abusing and all. So I got very angry and I said, you don't talk to my people like that. You never talk to my people like that. So, and this gentleman, by the way, I'm writing a book called Air Pocket. So with a lot of incidents of airlines, funny incidents, serious incidents and all that. And so, I said, whoever you are, if you talk any rubbish anymore, I will offload you right away. I don't care a damn. And we have the rights to that. You cannot abuse the staff. An aircraft is not landing is not the staff's problem because it's the weather. It's beyond the control of the operator. There is a very famous phrase called beyond the control of operator in aviation. So anyway, I pushed the passenger inside. I told one of my supervisor, Pritam, he's with Sabre now, very good boy, very, very good boy. So he's with Sabre now, and so Pritam took that guy inside. I said, "Kaise bhi karke isko andar se le ja." And immediately we had a small Reliance phone with us. It rang and Dr. Mallya was calling and said, "Where are you? I'm coming to the airport." Now I had to catch him before, because this guy is in the queue. If he enters, all right, then all hell will break loose and I cannot even do anything about it. So I said, don't enter, I'm coming outside. So I went outside on the outside gate 1, and they used to smoke cigarillos or whatever they call it, smoke it there. I said, don't go inside, there is a problem. So this is the thing, and if he sees you, and don't go to the aircraft also today. So if he sees, no, I said, no, sir, if he sees you, then he will pounce. I'm sure he doesn't remember these small things that happened in the airline, but these all things that imprints in a mind of a junior who's seeing his chairman, MD, CEO, chairman, that is what leadership is all about. So, and then he said, what happened? So I told him this, and this girl was crying actually. So we are close to counters for Delhi, and this guy was crying, this girl. I forgot her name now. Anyway, so it's been 21 years. So he said, what's her name? So let's give her a name, some X, okay. And those days, there was no cute counters, what you have in all airports now. So there were dedicated counters. Kingfisher counters were a little high. Okay, so you have to stand up to see the girl. The girl has to stand up to see somebody. Until the passenger is just at the counter. So I remember this incident very vividly in my mind, and that shows a lot of leadership quality Dr. Mallya had. He walked in and he went little ahead towards the counter, and he looked at the girl and said, are you X? Okay. So, you are X, right? Something like that. You are X, right? So that girl said, yes, sir. And you are doing a fabulous job. Your supervisor has been talking about it, and I'm really proud that you're a part of this team. Keep doing the work. Trust me, at that point in time, that girl would have given her life for Vijay Mallya. When she's so much disturbed, so much down, and that time the leader comes and holds her hand. Not only this, my grandmother expired in 2000. I just come back from holidays, and I called up my boss. He was in a meeting with Mr. Ashwani Khanna, great man. He's doing the taxi bots right now, and one of the guys who's very important, who was the one part of the T3 Terminal 3 building of JMR. Great man, again a great aviator, an aeronautical engineer himself, pakka Fauji types, very nice, great. I was privileged to work under him, and he gave us a lot of power. He taught us a lot of things, because in Jet Airways we were working in silos. Kingfisher opened those silos up for us. You can just pick up the phone and call anyone and say, this is the operational issue and I need support. And the whole world will be there to support you. That was the culture that Kingfisher brought in. If somebody says that it's only bad, it cannot be, then this airline wouldn't have been what it was. An airline is not about a pilot or a crew, or it's all come together. The engineering team, the ground services, the air crew, that is the flight crew, then the cockpit crew, all come together and all put together makes an airline. It's just not one system. So basically what I'm trying to say is, when the leader is so good, the entire crew member will come together to support the leader. So I've seen a lot of Vijay Mallya's, people come and talk about Vijay Mallya and all that. But I feel that there was a lot of injustice done to him. I cannot talk on the political aspect of it because I am not a political party or anything. But I feel that there was a lot of injustice done to Vijay Mallya for what should have happened and did not happen.
So after a long time, even I watched his podcast also. After watching this podcast, even I feel the same. So might be there are two stories.
No, I was a witness to that.
Okay. Oh, that's a great testament. And coming to Kingfisher, when company is sinking, salaries got delayed, a lot of things are happening. But still, people yet to show up for the job.
The problem with Kingfisher was something like I can draw a parallel to the Pakistani army. Okay? Pakistani soldiers are great. It's the officers that always is a problem in Pakistan Army. Kingfisher, the same problem. I remember when I was heading SpiceJet here in 11, 12, around that time. And we had recruited a lot of people in Kingfisher. And a lot of people were trained by us. So I was going for my lunch, and there is a group of this 11, 12 kids who came. They were all duty officer, supervisor and all. I know what they said. They hugged me. They were crying. I said, "What happened?" And Sunil was the station manager at that time. He was going through a bad phase. He said, "Sir, they have told us they're stopping the airline and telling us not to come. We don't want salaries, so we want to work for this airline." That was the dedication of the staff.
Why it's happened? Because of culture and the man himself?
It's everything. It's, when the one was the aura of this gentleman, Vijay Mallya. Number two, Kingfisher has its own aura. It had its own aura.
Absolutely. Even I can remember when it comes to, when we say Kingfisher, that ringtone will come. Ooh la 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 la, hey, yo.
So again, one more thing, a great this thing of Vijay Mallya. It never said Kingfisher Airlines on the aircraft, right? It always said Kingfisher.
Yeah.
That's a great marketing point.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the hook point.
The whole thing, everything was different. Yeah. It was different.
And when we were studying in high school, we supposed to say, when you fly in Kingfisher Airlines, you will get a beer to drink. And is that right? No way. Domestic airlines never serve liquor. We did in some 90s or something, late 80s or something. But some incident happened. I think that time there was an airline called East West. Some incident happened over there, drunk passenger incident. After that, it is no smoking, no drinking on board any domestic airlines. We never gave any beer. We never gave any champagne on domestic flights. All right. It's just a publicity stunt?
There was no publicity stunt. It was all rumors.
It's just a rumor?
Just a rumor.
Oh
just
my God. Rumors spread like anything. Even we thought, we can get a beer if we
I will
fly
tell you a
in
very
Kingfisher.
funny incident. I created this Mangalore airport for Dr. Mallya. And so one day where I was staying in Derabel, And I went to this shop, those Kirana store just in front of the house, and I say Kingfisher juice on the same water bottle where we used to give the juice. I mean, water, the 200 ml bottle is every time you go in, there was a pouch given to you with a bottle with your earphones and all, because we had the screens. We are the first airline to have the screens for every domestic passenger, where laughter challenge became one of the things. So when you travel from one place to another, you hook onto the thing and laughter challenge, you keep laughing. That was the time when Kapil Sharma was coming into play and all those people. Okay, Srivastav, whatever, Raju Srivastav and all that. So it was a great thing, and so we used to give them some chocolates, some imli, and this earphone. And maybe one pen also was there, and a water bottle. So suddenly I see that in front of my house, so they are selling these water bottles. So Captain Augustine George was the head of security that time. I called him. I said, "Cappy, what is this? You see that?" So he said, "Send me samples." So what used to happen is those loaders would take out the bottles, they will send it to somewhere, they'll refill it with local juice. So we never did that. But then those things are, side hustles.
Brand self itself.
Yeah. So that's the thing what don't bother. There are a lot of rumors about KF that never happened. It was a very bad thing, those things, but that's okay.
And of course, the Kingfisher calendar made a lot of headlines in those days.
Kingfisher calendar had nothing to do with Kingfisher Airlines, by the way.
Okay, that's also not related.
It's with the Kingfisher beer.
Okay.
So actually the calendar started with UB, and then if I'm not wrong, I may be wrong in that because I have not worked with UB. And I think it started with UB, and the Kingfisher calendar came in because Kingfisher was a brand created by Vijay Mallya, not by his father. So he's one of the very rare kids who has taken the business forward and much bigger than what his father was. His father had made, with all due regards to Major Dr. Mallya and Vital Mallya, but Dr. Mallya, Vijay Mallya, has taken the music beyond. That's very rare to see. Usually the second generation will be the ones who will be thriving and all that, but that's okay. He did it well.
And when it comes to Vijay Mallya, it's often symbolized as a lavish lifestyle and everything.
That's his money. He has the right to spend, right?
Okay.
Here's today, if you're earning money, and you buy a nice car, all right, will you call it lavish? No, he had the amount of money where he could afford a Mercedes, or he could afford a Bentley or a Porsche or some Jaguar. So that's his money he's spending. Why should you be jealous or talk about it? Now, we don't talk about any politician roaming around in Harley Davidsons or open-wood Bentleys and all that. We are not talking about that, or their children. But why Vijay Mallya? I think it was targeted, very, very badly, poorly targeted. But I think the other flip side is, I remember once he said that there is no bad publicity. It's all publicity. It's good or bad, you're in publicity. So that's what he had told me. So we take it that way.
Why companies fail? Because of the leadership or the other part of it?
No, I think because of leadership.
Leadership. Then you also believe because of the leadership, Kingfisher?
I think he lost interest. I think Dr. Mallya lost interest in the airline. I left in 2008 middle, and because I saw the downfall had started at that point in time. And we were doing cash and carry, which was not a very thing. Then Raghunathan had his own ideas, who was our CFO. And I don't think it was purely because I think after a certain stage, he lost interest. Dr. Mallya lost interest.
Coming to your the other career, after being a captain in aviation industry, worked for a big organization like Kingfisher and other stuff. And it's great to hear the stories and the perspective, especially with respect to Vijay Mallya. And coming to the career shift, so when did you realize I should create an impact among youths?
No, that was always there. That was always there. I loved training. I loved upgrading people, and that was there during my aviation days also, and especially during SpiceJet. SpiceJet was an airline with 7 years of existence when I joined them, and with no knowledge, zero knowledge on ground stuff. So I used to take their classes as to make sure that they are empowered. And I remember one incident when our systems failed, and I looked at my staff, and my senior most staff was there. She was also there, and I looked, and she was from Jet Airways, and I said about 10, 12 people standing in front of me, full flights continuously, just post Diwali. I said, okay, we'll go manual. And I turned to the passengers, then I felt something wrong on this side. I turned back and I said, what's wrong? Then he said, sir, we don't know how to go manual. So that those kind of things that that I had done, and all of us, the duty officers, Vijay is a very good duty officer, Sajid was a good guy, Hemant, all these people together, and they helped me in building this up. So this has been a part of thing, and when I got an opportunity to join National Skill Development Corporation, there were a lot of interviews that I had to go through. Honestly, I did not know about NSDC, but somebody I can't take his name, but somebody very senior had recommended and said, you should join. And I said, how do I know? I didn't even know what NSDC.
Exactly, it's completely a career shift.
Yeah, and I did not know that NSDC चीज़ क्या है, पहनते हैं या सर पे डालते हैं, मुझे नहीं पता था. And I studied about it, and I gave the interviews, whatever. The thing, last interview was with Rudy Saab, a great. I think Rudy Saab was our best minister, because good things, bad things, both happens in all ministers' tenure, and it happened. But I think Rudy Saab was a great minister. I worked with him also, and then Pradhan sir took over. Then, so I joined NSDC in I think 16, around that time. I joined NSDC 16, I think, if I'm not wrong. I may be wrong, but that time, and then onwards started.
Okay. So till now, how many lives you have impacted over the period of since you?
See, that's very hard to say until unless the life personally comes and tells me, sir, thank you. I can't say how many impacted. See, the thing is,
collectively, a sum of
so we did about 4 lakh when during the PMKY Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, which was a flagship of National Skill Development Corporation, and during that particular tenure, 2.0, we did about, so I was looking after Karnataka, Goa and Tripura, 3 states, and we did impact about 5-6 lakhs all put together, maybe here and there a little bit, but around 5 lakhs average, I'll say, in all the 3 states put together. We did train a lot, we did certify a lot, but how many people actually took up the job? One of the things, Prashant, that I don't know, it irks me nowadays that after getting skills, people don't want to get a job. Whether
why
I do not know. I remember Sri Ramaluji, who was our honorable MP from this Ballari. He came to me, and that time I was attached to Anand Kumar Hegreji, who was he was a great minister. I don't know about the political aspect of it, but from the skilling point of view, he tried a lot for Karnataka. I think our ministers after him has not done that. But for Karnataka, he had tried a lot. We had done design programs for him under him, and he was a great minister, great for skill development. He was young, and he could connect with people, and he was good, really. And then, so there are a lot of people, because Sri Ramaluji approached me and said, they want to do Ballari. I was very tired in 2019. 2017 we started in September with him, and 19 we started from Mysore. We have finished almost entire Karnataka traveling, and I went to more than 350 villages of Karnataka.
Okay.
Yeah, not with him, but as a personal thing, because I like to walk on the ground. I want to get my hands and feet dirty. Without that, you cannot do skill development. Skill development cannot be done from an AC room like this. It cannot be done.
Let's address the elephant in the room right now. As you said, in India, in every home, everyone is educated right now. Not everyone is employable. What's the biggest gap right now? What India and Indian youths are facing?
There is something called a skill gap study. So what skill gap does is, skill gap ask the industry what is the requirement, and they see what is the gap in the education system, and they try to build a bridge. So I call it the elusive bridge. Skill gaps are very important, and I'm saying it's very important for research purposes, theoretical results, but that can never result into the right kind of skilling for the right candidate, because it takes, even if I say it takes 1 year to do the study, and it takes 1 year to implement it, by the time it will hit the curriculum page of the candidate, like if Prashant is taking engineering today and it hits your thing, industry has changed. industry is not stopping for your career, curriculum change. So, though I will not agree to the education aspect of it, what you said, that yes, we have a lot of, yes, awareness is more this now, but whether education is no, education and literacy are two different things, Prashant. Anyone can be literate, but they may not be educated. Okay, and so if you see the present scenario, lot of mobile phones, lot of people. I remember one of the end of the day, no, Prashant, a candidate is good because he wanted to be good. Now today I am sitting here, like I said in the beginning, I am from a small village of, my roots are from a small village of Bengal. And I am in Bangalore today. Why? Because I wanted to be here. You only become what you want to be. Now if I didn't want to come here, how much ever you plead, I will not come here, no. So whether it happens through skill development or, so what happens is, one skill gap study cannot change the course of training. So industries have to take part in education. Industries have to, and I've been talking to a lot of industries. I've spoken to Bosch, I've spoken to Toyota now. Toyota is doing very well. Definitely their TTT is an amazing. Bosch itself is a very good organization in skilling. So, but what I'm saying is, their involvement has to be from the secondary level, and that is missing. Until and unless that exposure is given to the kid to make a choice, informed choice, then only it will change.
Okay, industry and academia gap, that's the biggest thing?
100%. 100%. It is not only the biggest, I think it is the only, the most distinct problem.
Okay. So presently what's happening in the industry, immediately students should come to know. This is what the need of your work.
I feel that, see, even for the industry to change, if some technology is changing, they cannot change machinery like that. Somebody was felicitating me in one of the NASCOM programs or some IT programs, and there's something called AI that is playing in the market right now. Artificial intelligence.
Yeah, play. You said play.
Yeah. I think we have made it a monster, which it is not. It's definitely a great tool. There is no doubt about it. So in that particular meeting, when the Q&As were going on, so one gentleman asked me that what will happen to my shop floor workers, because AI will take the job. I said no. So I asked him one question: 20 years ago or 25 years ago, what machines were you using? He said lead. And I said, then now what is CNC? I said, what happened to your worker? Oh, we upgraded them. I said, simple. Upgrade with the tool. You just have to tool. Because the concept that is going on in the market about AI is that AI is only about coding, and only people who knows coding can only survive. That's a very wrong thing. I hail from a state where in 70s and maybe mid 80s where computers were broken in banks because the Communist Party said that computers will come and eat their jobs. The same thing with AI. So it's a tool, it helps people, and we have to take it like that. I'm not going to be any AI expert today, I'm going to do some problem solving and all. We are the end users. We'll use that way.
Okay. And you have worked with government bodies and all the bureaucrats and everything. The first thing, whenever it comes to any government things and everything, the policies will be really good and everything. When it comes to execution, that will be very challenging. Okay, how you are able to crack all these things, how you are able to convey the bureaucrats and even politicians, just by not proposing it, get it done.
See, the thing is, even the bureaucrats, they need good problem solvers. If you see my LinkedIn profile, my only skill is problem solving. Okay, so any bureaucrat, if you give them a good implementation plan, and what mistake everyone makes is they want to do everything at one go. Let's go, package wise, or small thing, and that will make into a very small step. It will be a very big step. There is in Latin there is a very famous saying called sic parvis magna, which basically means that small steps lead to large things, and I believe in that. So if you are your implementation, the biggest problem is prioritization. In government, I'd feel that the implementing authorities don't prioritize. They just listen to their akas and they start doing something. They said, okay, turn left and run. They'll not see if there is a wall or not. So they'll just go and run, try to bang the head, or something like that happens. And so you need a person who can actually identify. And I think I've been able to do that in many cases. Not that I've been successful in every case, but I've been able to do that in many cases. And a new perspective is needed every time. What you do, what you have done last is already history. It may or may not work this time. Yes, you take experience from that and try and do it fresh this time. Every time it's a new program, you must take it as a fresh challenge. It's not because that I have a legacy of doing this. It will not work. It will not help.
Can you name any such incident? One is hard part, one is easy to go, and of course
I'll talk to you about a particular story. This will be a little longer, Prashant. Okay.
Yeah, please.
We were doing PMKY 2.0 in 2018.
Pradhan Mantri
Kaustav Vikas Yojana. Very good scheme. I think at that point in time, it was the world's biggest skill scheme. Very good scheme. It did reach a lot of people. I will not say anything against that. NSDC that time under the flagship, under the leadership of Manish Kumar sir, is a 1991 batch IS officer from Tripura cadre. Amazing officer, great man. Okay. We did a lot. We had great leaders like Jaykant Singh, Gaurav Kapoor, we had Mahesh Venkateshwaran. The whole team was very nice and very good. And anyway, so I got bored. Because it was a scheme that will take its own course and all you have to do is supervise. I didn't come to skilling for that. I wanted to do something for the people. I had a great assistant that time. She was under training with me. She was an assistant at the point in time called Priyansha Rawat. She was from NLSIU, public policy. So I asked her that you are a kid, you are young and you have a lot of ideas. Tell me something where we can do skill development. So she came up with PWD, people with disabilities. We had a plan, we tried to execute, did not happen, failed. Whatever the reason, it failed. I got very angry and I said, ki nahi, aisa nahi hoga. When I leave skilling, people should at least remember me for something. So she came out and she said, sir, can we do transgender? And I said, yes, why not? Now that is a very tricky field. People usually don't want to get into it. So we got into it. I had a very old friend of mine called Aditya Bandyopadhyay. He's settled in Coimbatore now. He's one of the guys I think who fought for Article 377 Supreme Court. He's a lawyer by profession. So I called Adi, again Facebook, then sent him a message, do you remember me? We have been talking after 30 years maybe. He abused me and he called me back immediately and I said, Adi, you have done this and I need your support. And he immediately got in touch with the Sangamma. We went, we sat down with them in Kolar. About 50-55 transgenders met us. There were two groups. We spoke to them. We identified the need. There were two things that was very clear in my mind. Skill development, if you do any kind of skilling, it will give you something like 12 to 15,000 rupees per month. Initially, those days, now it more, little bit more, but those days, because minimum wage was different and all that. How much do you think in a city like Bangalore, transgender will be making?
Sir, as usual, if you can see in railway station and traffic signal, maybe I can say 500 to 1,000 might be. Because unless...
Anything between 5 and 7,000 rupees per day.
How much?
5 to 7,000 rupees per day.
5 to 7,000 rupees per day.
To 2,000 rupees approximately from begging and about 3 to 4,000 rupees from prostitution. Oh. One thing I had very clear that I will not tell them to stop it till they actually see the result. Because I don't want to be one messiah that I am going to change your life. It's not going to change unless what they want to change. I don't want to be just I want to dump some CSR and say we'll do that and all that. Nothing happened. So anyway, nevertheless, we went and we decided on a particular thing. Second thing that I decided that I will not give them a public facing job. Usually in transgenders thing, you will see that they come into a bakery or they will come into a beauty parlor and all that. I said nothing doing, you will not do that. Very clear, from the beginning it will not happen. Okay. So I had something very thing in my mind. And so the transgenders, I said, you have to own. So I started, pushing them and started giving them hints and they came out. Basically, they had to own it. I had to hear it from them. I already had plans. So we met them dairy farmers.
Okay.
We had challenge on the ground. Manjunath was that time the DC of Kolar, who helped a lot. Ratnaprabha madam, who was the chief secretary, she helped a lot. But the biggest help came from two people, Amlan Biswas, who was our principal secretary, labor and skill, and Mr. R.K. Singh, who was the MD KMF. These two people were the highest. They helped me really well. So, but end of the day, we did it. Then we gave them, and now the funding was a big challenge. We could not get funding. So when I went to NSDC, they said we can only give for certification. The whole program was about 7.5 lakhs for 7 plus minus for 10 transgenders. Now mobilizing transgender was also another challenge, but we did it. And end of the day, that's 7.5 lakhs we are not getting. We are getting only 1.5, 2 lakhs from NSDC. How do I get the rest of the money? But if you, वो शाहरुख खान का कायनात वाला dialogue है ना, so universe lines up, and if you really want to do something good and your intuition is right, and your your intent is right, the universe will line up. And one fine day, I came across this Collins Aerospace. And Collins Aerospace, I gave them the thing, we have a program like this. Amit, I forgot his surname, very good boy. So Amit came to me for something, I said, can you do it? This was at 6 o'clock in the or 5 o'clock in the evening, next day morning 7 o'clock, sir, you are on. Okay. And this was small battle that we have won every day. And then when we went to sell the milk, KMF was supposed to buy it. They said we can't buy it from them. They are not an entity, we cannot buy it. So now suddenly we came up.
So the
new challenge. So, and Manjunath was sitting there, and that KMF people came and said, we cannot buy it from them, they are not an entity. I said, cooperatives, so, and my thing of cooperative was housing cooperative, 7 people are needed. They said they need 200 people, okay. 200 people to come into a dairy cooperative. Where do I get? Then suddenly I stuck that they said an entity. So I called up our lawyers, Singhani and Singhani, Aninda Mazumdar, and I told Aninda, make a trust, entity. So then he sent a guy and he said that how much will you charge? So that was not budgeted for, there is no budget for that. So he said, this whatever the number was. I said, great, thank you, do it. They said, but who's going to pay? I said, you are paying, you do it as a CSR. And I'll put a logo that way. But it was great success. And I remember this project, thanks to Collins Aerospace and Amit and his team and all that. And this project actually went to UN for the SDG award in 2020. But unfortunately, COVID happened, did not work. But I remember when the lead transgender for this was one lady called Ashwini. Okay, so Ashwini is giving interview and all that, and says that in the last part I'll tell you, it's a long thing, and I'll tell you last part that today no one stops us on the road and asks us, "Raat ko chalegi kya?" Today no one stops us in the how much you made for begging. Today no one stops us and tells us to go and give tali and get when the baby is born and all that. Today people stop us on the road still and ask us how much milk you sold today. Kaustav Nath sir gave our dignity back. Wow. So that is how you impact life. See, one aspect of government is work, some kind of this thing, and I'm not saying government is wrong. They cannot do this for everyone. That is how you need people like us to give the right direction, to come up with right projects. And you have to think beyond what is regular. How you can, today they are doing well, they have gone to Davangere, then they bought some 5 acres of land, a thing I believe, last Ashwini met me, she was saying something. So, it cannot be your personal thing that ki mera naam ka kya hoga, mera naam nahi chahiye, project successful ho. So that's how you do it.
Great respect for that, sir. Seriously.
That's a good project, it was a good project. Project Hope was a very good project.
Yeah, underrated and least prioritized when it comes to transgender. That one story means a lot.
Yeah, it was well done. It was well done. A lot of people, it's not only me. Priyansha was a part of it, and Priyansha did a lot of good work, and I'm really grateful that she was my assistant at that point in time. Then from what do you call Ratnaprabha Madam, who was our chief secretary, then Amlan Biswas, who was the principal secretary, R.K. Singh sir, who was the MD KMF. Everyone helped. It's not me. So okay, I was spearheading it, but you have your back secured. No, that's what they did. Ratnaprabha Madam came and inaugurated the program also.
Okay. So, when it comes to skill development, I think you successfully hosted around 5 skill Olympics, if I am not wrong.
Yeah, around. Yeah.
Okay. When it comes to Olympics, even I think it's always about sports. When we heard about Olympics, so this is the new thing which I heard from your end. Skill Olympics. Can you tell me what exactly it is? How exactly it works?
Well, it's as old as I can say 70 years, 70 plus years. So 1950s.
But why we didn't hear about that?
No, because the awareness is very low, and the states and the country itself does not promote the winners the way they are supposed to be. So 1950 it started, and India, I think 2007 that we started getting into it, and 2015 was our first success, and Sao Paulo, and then 2017 we did pretty well in Abu Dhabi, and we got a silver medal. First time we won a silver medal in bakery, and then 19 was we took it forward. But when you talk about skill Olympics, there are some few people I will name them, because they also need this recognition, because what they have done for skilling, they're unknown. So one is of course Mr. K. Venugopal from NTTF. I call him the father figure with Mr. Mallinathan, both of them. They are the father figure of skill Olympics in India. Very few people know about them. Though Venugopal sir I'm blessed that he's still with me, and I still talk to him about various things. And from NHDC's point of view, there were two people, Colonel Ravi Kharbanda. Colonel Kharbanda is ex-military engineers and then 9 para special forces, that time 9 para commandos, and Mr. Ranjan Chaudhary. These 4 people have taken India to the skill Olympics, good, bad, ugly, whatever, but they are the founding fathers of skill Olympics in India. They are our gurus, at least my guru, all 4 of them. Anytime, any problem, I usually call Ranjan sir, or I call Venugopal sir, or I call Colonel Kharbanda. Kharbanda sir has been my superior in the army anyway. So these are the 4 people who started it mainly. And they moved forward and they moved on with life. They're also pretty old now, but whatever. So skill Olympics is basically, if you talk about Olympics as such, is basically you people understand athletics and sports. So skill Olympics is called world skills. So Olympics is a body which takes care of athletics and sports. And world skills is a body which takes care of vocational competitions. Okay. Today we have almost 90 countries participating. More than 2,000 candidates will be lined up in Shanghai in 2026, all over the world. Okay.
Okay, this is an upcoming one.
This is the 26th one.
26, yeah.
September. And India is taking part in 63 skills this year. And
if you can name any.
It's from aerospace to agriculture, everything is there.
Okay.
So we have aircraft maintenance engineer, if I talk about aerospace aviation. If you've got from agriculture, we can talk about landscape gardening, floristry. We can look at IT systems, where we can talk about cloud computing, cybersecurity, software testing, software development, mobile app development. Okay. Then we have got construction related, like you have electronics, electrical installations, carpentry, bricklaying, concrete construction work. So it basically from every aspect of life. There are 6 segments that actually takes place. And then you have the social aspect of it also, cooking, restaurant services, health and social care. Then you have got F&B service, restaurant, they call it front office, okay, management. So all this, so it's a soft part, hard part, welding, CNC milling, turning, okay, everything is there, manufacturing. So when it comes down to, skill Olympics, 63 skills out of all over India. See, the sad thing about this whole thing is, majority of the states don't participate wholeheartedly.
Why?
I don't know. They feel that this does not impact the state that much, but they do not understand. Karnataka is one very serious state in this, okay? And I've been lucky to, since 2021 onwards, being a part of this system with Karnataka. Before that, I was with NSDC anyway. Then also I was in NSDC, but I used to handle Karnataka. And we had a great MD in Ashwin Gowda, who was our previous MD to KSDC. Great girl, great guy, great boy. Young boy, I think 11 or 10 or 11 batch officer, very good boy. And he did a lot of good things and for MD, KSDC. And he also ran with it. And then we had Raghavendra from GTTC. He changed GTTC completely. He's an IRPS officer. Great. So all these people came together to make Karnataka. Karnataka today, as I speak, is number 2 in India. Second to only Odisha. Again, Odisha, skilled in Odisha, a brand created by Bakshi sir. Subrata Bakshi, everyone knows about him. Great man. His vision, that Odisha cannot be laying back. You know, if you listen to him, he will tell you stories that how he changed the skilling atmosphere. So that is needed. We are trying to imitate that. Mind Phoenix as such is trying to do that. We want states to come to us. We will support you. We will help you as Mind Phoenix. We will help you from the time of mobilization. Mobilization cannot be done through ITIs. You have to understand that. You have to identify institution who can take part and do your trainings. Just 63 skills, appearing for 63 skills will help you if you don't win a medal. So all those things take care, and we take care of that. We take care of travel, we take care of everything, so we advise the government on all these things. The government pays for it. So government, we also make a budget for the government. So see, NSDC gives you some money for this. NSDC cannot sponsor states' budget, right? So they do a very decent amount of money is given to you. Until and unless the states think that I have to top this up. You know, what was the budget I gave for government of Karnataka this year? Close to 10 CR. And I think that budget is approved with the Apex committee, and we are in, so we will keep needing fund. We have some, so there are mechanisms we use. But the point is not that. The point is Karnataka government is actually sincerely thinking about it, consciously thinking. Where they lack is, I very strongly feel, I think now with Ramana Reddy sir as a chairman of KSDA, we are definitely going to get somewhere. But what I feel is that, if we do not make these champions the way we celebrate athletes and sports people, it will never be known to the world.
Like IPL, I can say.
IPL. So what we are trying to do is basically, this thing to government of Karnataka in 2021 was that the guys who have won gold or silver or bronze or whatever at the state level or at the national level, they have won some medal. Let them go to every village bus stand on the posters and the hoardings. This was me. Are you next? Something like that. So people will be, curious, inquisitive. What is this going on? How do I apply? And how do I get there? And this is all free. You don't have to pay a single money. So that's what Skill Olympics is all about.
So in these 5 Olympics, how many are participated?
So it changes from year to year. So India decides, Government of India, Ministry of Skill Development, National Skill Development Corporation, who's the technical advisor, we call it technical delegate to World Skills from India. They decide on the number of skills that we will participate in. So sometimes it has been 45 skills. This year it has been 63 skills. Okay, all the 63 skills they are participating in. So various states have come with various skills. Karnataka had 63 skills when I started advising Karnataka government. Then I dropped 10 skills because we were not getting right candidates. See, just sending a candidate.
What are those skills which you dropped actually?
Aircraft maintenance, one of them. We dropped chemical lab technician. We dropped bricklaying. Not bricklaying. I think we dropped wall and floor tiling. We dropped quite a few, 10 of them. I can't recall just off the hat, but we dropped 10 skills because we were not getting good candidates. Just sending candidates is a waste of money. That candidate would go and perform. Even if I am okay with that guy candidate failing, but at least they should try. and they should not give up. So, we had so this mobilization was not done well this time at all. I am not very happy with the mobilization. We had 31,000 registration in Karnataka. In Arunachal, when I took over, we took over in December, and January was the regionals, and they came to us and they said, "Ki, do it." So we dropped majority of the skills. We only took 3 skills, 3 kids. All 3 won medals. We got them into Bangalore. We had 3 days. We had only 3 days, 4 days to train them. We got them to Bangalore. One girl who was doing restaurant service, we got Mr. Ravindra Sharma, who's a name in restaurant service. I requested, sir, he did the training for the girl online. We took her to a restaurant. And one boy, we did it in Slope Academy of Culinary Arts, that's in Andranagar, and the girl was through Tulip Floristry. There is an organization who run the Lalbagh Florist Flower Show. So we got her trained there. Okay, and the girl, floristry girl, won a bronze medal. The cooking boy won a silver medal, going to nationals now. Arunachal appeared for the first time in skill competition. Their one person is already going to nationals. Okay, and the other girl got a medal. There's something called medallion of excellence, where you only 2 people get, where you miss out by a few marks here and there. You are good, but just could not make it to bronze. We encourage you also. So she got a medallion of excellence. So we have a 100% strike rate in Arunachal right now.
Wow.
And the Arunachal government is also very cooperative, very cooperative.
Okay. Fortunately, you are working with Karnataka government and also Arunachal Pradesh right now. Okay. Those who are listening right now, who wants to dreaming of becoming a pilot or getting to aerospace or airlines, aviation industry. So how do you suggest, what are the steps they need to take
First
to
and
become a
foremost,
pilot?
Okay, so I'll start from the ground stuff. Okay, first and foremost thing, improve your communication. Rest everything airline will teach you. I do not recommend anyone going to this aviation management school and all. It does not work.
That's for ground staff.
Ground staff. Yeah. Okay. Even if for air hostess, if you are good, if you're looking good, if you can take care of your health, if you have meet the height parameters and everything, you can definitely get into as an air hostess. Okay. Coming to the flying, this thing, it is a long haul game, and I think Government of India has just reduced that. When I flew way back in 89, 90, that time this parameter was not there, but then I think 92, 93 they brought in a thing called it have to be PCM, class 12 PCM with 60%. That's what the parameter that they had brought in, and I think they have relaxed it last year. Last year they had relaxed it. I'm not sure because I've been out of aviation since 2016. It's been 10 years, right? So a lot of things change. And I'm also not very, my recency on the subject is limited a little bit right now, but whatever I know, I can tell you. You have to finish your 200 hours of flying to get your CPL. You have to clear your SPLs, PPL and CPL. Sometimes you can clear your SPL and then you directly go for CPL. You don't need to clear PPL. Those are ground papers. And then you finish your flying of 200 hours. And with cross countries you have to do and all that you have to do. Then metal runway landing and all that. And after that, you have to get your ratings. Rating is basically twin engine. First, you get a twin engine rating because you fly on a Cessna or a Piper kind of aircraft, which is a single engine aircraft. Then you get a twin engine rating. So some people nowadays, what I hear from the youngsters is that they directly go for a jet rating. Okay, so that will cost you. See, this entire flying thing will cost you 25 to 30 lakh rupees. Maybe more, maybe less, little bit here and there, depending on the flying school. So it could be more because if you go abroad, it is a little bit more. So let's say about 35, 40 lakh rupees approximately, plus or minus, take a few lakhs. So then after that, once they get their Airbus or Boeing rating or an ATR rating, whichever, they have to get a license called Airline Transport Pilot's License, ATPL. So that is a 1500 hour check, but they can do clear the ground paper. And then there is something called flight manuals. So they have to get those flight manuals, go through them. And then airlines, when airlines come out with vacancies, they can apply for it. There is a process and they take 10 pilots, 12 pilots. There are a lot of Air Force pilots who are waiting, Navy pilots they are waiting. So they also take them. And so you understand those pilots are coming with 4,000, 5,000, 7,000 hours of flying. Okay, so you remember
That's
that.
the experience will count in aviation
Yeah,
industry.
and they all you have to do is the ATPL. They are anyway they're very good in documentation. So they'll clear the ATPL and they'll come, and with the flying their ATPL is valid.
Okay.
And this kid is now, but you have to be that good. I remember in Goa, there was one kid who was very good. I think Narayan was his name. Very, very good, brilliant boy. We took him. The other option is once you do your CPL, don't waste time on getting your what you call rating gettings and all that. You directly apply for a Coast Guard, or I think Air Force is also taking now CPL holders. I may be wrong in this, but Coast Guard takes, I'm sure. If you have a CPL, valid CPL, you can apply. The age parameters you have to see, and the physical parameters, so your fitness and all that. So if you can make that, you can directly go to Coast Guard as a pilot. And it's a very decent life, very good life. Okay, you're flying the Dawn 228 or the helicopters or whatever. It's a good life. So
When it comes to skill right now, so what are the important things students look after to get into a really good career?
I very strongly feel that AI is a very everyone talks about AI ML, but then AI ML is not one subject, right? It is a tool that you have to understand, and then where you want to use it. See, ChatGPT works fine with me, or a Gemini AI works fine for me. I'm using AI, but as an end user. So you have to first understand. The kids are in that rat race that AI is everything, I have to learn AI. You don't need to learn AI. And give me one kid who knows Microsoft Office properly. All this, there is a new branch of engineering called information science or something like that. So the kids come out of those, or even for CS, they come out and you tell them simple thing that okay, Excel mein ye karke de do, they will not be able to do it. So whatever you learn it well, and you use it well, all right? And they don't want to upgrade. So the present thing is, of course, IT skills, cloud computing and all those are going on, cybersecurity and all that. And I am very sad, Prashant, you're from Gulbarga. And I am seeing that none of the Gulbarga institutions are, Gulbarga is the dal bowl of the world.
Yes. And we got GI tag.
GI tagged also for that. And none of them are actually looking at agricultural skills.
Correct.
And that's very sad. And I have so much of idea, and when I used to go for these HKCCI meetings, Prashant was also the president at that point in time, and Santosh was also there. You know Santosh, right?
Yeah,
Langa.
yes.
So, and I had given them so many ideas that if you don't want to do agriculture as an agriculture, there's so many non-farm agricultural courses you can do. Now, the worst part is I have been told them that why don't you make tractor mechanics? Because they have some 200 tractor workshop and service center and sales and service center in Gulbarga. Everything is in Gulbarga town. So imagine in Afzalpur or in Aland, something is happening, the tractor is coming by another tractor to the... So we wanted to create all that. And that's from NSTC we tried. Tried to create a special project. Nothing happened. So skill development is not about only IT. People think that I can have a garage showroom and I can start a skill development center. No, please don't do that. We will not allow you to do that.
About startups right now who are working especially on skill development side. So what you suggest them? And what are the problem statements they should look upon so that they
don't
really
do government
solve
scheme. First and foremost thing, majority of the people who want to become startups, they call themselves startups, and they say that they want to be a part of this skill ecosystem, and they should not start anything with the mind of that I'll be training and government will be paying.
Okay.
Don't do that. Stop depending on government for money. Government can do that much only, and government has its own mechanism to pay you. Government is not a baniya dukan that you give training today, tomorrow you will get money.
Even I also requested you the same, sir, can I get one project? You straight away said me, no, don't get into this.
Yeah, because I've been very honest about it. See, there are people who are meant to do this. Let them do it. I'm not against it. But my point is, if you're a startup, you have a lot of ideas, good ideas and all. So don't break your head. So create a system which is needed. A system that is needed for skill development. Okay, so a particular skill you choose. You ensure that skill, like in Mindphoenix, one of the things that we do is build a center of excellences. Okay, so center of excellence, we take one skill. It's not that 10 skills will bring, no, one skill. But we will say no to a center of, which we have done several times, is we will say no to a center of excellence if there is no employment attached to it. So take a skill which has employment, which is a demand in the market. Do it for 2-3 years. I'll give you the example of BSVT, Bharat School of Vertical Transportation. So when we took this contract, first thing I saw is whether this, we did a complete turnkey. We even designed the square inch, how it should look, what should happen. We did complete turnkey. When BSVT started, so School of Vertical Transportation you've never heard of, right? No. So School of Vertical Transportation it's a school, India's first dedicated school for elevators, escalators, travelators and vertical parking. Maintenance, commissioning, maintenance and testing. So if you are having a lift, so this is a company from Dubai who were trying to do something. I said, don't do something good. And we had a meeting with both the CEO and the MD, so they are two different people. And we understood what the need is and we created the thing, we saw the thing. So today when we started in 2024, it's a 1-year course and the course fee is close to 2 lakh rupees, all right. The student pays, all right. They have, the only thing I said, I will not be a part if you go to government. I'm very clear on that. So 24 candidates came in. I think they spent about 3.754 crores, something plus minus, to do that. And 24 candidates came in. Last year, I'm very proud to say all the 24 candidates have placed either in Europe or in Middle East or somewhere else. Today, they are building, within 1.5 years, they're building a 4-story building in Pune to shift their center there. And that is what my success is. My success is not whether I run it. I will never run. It's a mandate that we have taken in Mindphoenix that we will not be in training. We'll never do training, but we'll be the enabler. So something like that. Whether the kids have jobs. If you just want to open a computer center, no. First see whether you have a job or not. And second, please stop chasing VCs. Because when you take funding, try and do as much as from bootstraps or friends and family, because once you start getting money from outside, 60% of your effort will be your focus will be lost. 60% of the focus will be lost for actually why you started it. Startups fail because of that. So in the last meeting also I had said the same thing, that you should be focused on what you are building. Build something. See, government will always think macro. They have to, they don't have a choice. But even startups, if they can think of one person, enabling one person, like you were saying that even one person who gets helped, that is what the motto is, and it will help you, and that is how startups will win. The product, whether the product is, it's not about right product, wrong product. There's nothing called right product, wrong product. Whether that product which has got the right ingredient goes to the right buyer, and the main thing, if it is a startup, you have to first identify your band, your target band. 95% startups fail because they do not identify the target band. That is why you may have 100 unicorns in Bangalore, but 1 lakh startups have failed, which we don't talk about.
Captain sir, I need one word answer, not the explanation. So one skill which everyone overestimates.
AI.
Okay. And one skill everyone underestimates.
Agriculture, agricultural sector in the whole.
Okay. And one skill every individual, especially students, should have right now.
Basic computer knowledge.
Okay. And when it comes to leadership, what is the best quality any leader should have to create a successful empire?
Sacrifice.
In this podcast, whatever we have discussed about the aviation industry, and of course the perception about Vijay Mallya is quite different. Even I spoke with many, but their perspective is very different and your perspective is very different. You have worked with Kingfisher and met Vijay Mallya as well, and it was great interacting with you. And I wanted to know more about the Mindphoenix so that our listener who are...
So when I left NSDC, we were trying to get a name, and Mindphoenix came into mind. because the phoenix had to rise. Let me put it that much, okay? So that was the name behind Mind Phoenix. And when Mind Phoenix is basically an organization, we are the enablers. Okay, we enable government, private in various aspects. Our main motto is to build the best infrastructure for skilling in the country. I would like to bring in the best infrastructure, best head. The second aspect is to build one of the biggest lacunas in the skill development industry. Very few, everyone knows, very few talk about, is build world-class instructors. We do not have world-class instructors, so we want to build that. And the third thing is we want to promote India skills, world skills to every nook and corner of every village in India. We want to go there. We want to be there and enable them, because people do not understand how life changes after winning a competition. Industry is waiting for you. It is not a skill development certificate you are getting. The industry is waiting for you to prove your worth. If you can do that, I have got people from very humble background of Hubli and Dharwad and all that, and boys are in Germany right now, working, Hungary for that matter. Then we have people who are from very humble background, won a bronze medal, landed up in Titan and Tanishq and all that. Then we have, so it's all, I met Subrat, who was our medallion in restaurant service. He himself has taken the state of Odisha to an extent for restaurant service and all that. So that life changes. Their life changes, and along with that, those 6 or 8 people around them, their life changes. Once that perspective is changed, they can also give others a purview of what. So we want to enable that. So Mind Phoenix is basically 3 things: enable COEs to get the right COE for the right place, then and the right skill, which is very important with employment aspect of it. 2 is helping government and private bodies, institutions to being a part of the skill competition and take skill competitions forward. And number 3 is we want to build, we are still not in it, but we are working on it. We want to build infrastructure for training of the best instructor for any skill. These are the 3 things we do, and we do it with a lot of passion. We are a very small team, so about 4 or 5 of us only. We believe in women empowerment, so we are doing a lot of things with women. Of course, my founding partner is also a woman, and we have invested in an organization called Tagore English Speaking School, where Tagore Institute, TI they call it, where we think that English is a language that has to go to every bit of it. So, and they have already trained about 45,000 people, including 9,000 armed forces men and officers. So we have invested in that. We are also investing in technology for testing. So for testing of clients. So this is what Mind Phoenix is all about. Mind Phoenix is 24/7. If people want to work with me, I need that dedication, because I work 24/7.
Yeah, and we wish you a very great success for your Mind Phoenix.
Thanks, Prashant.
Yeah, and thanks for coming and sharing your knowledge and experience with our viewers.
You've been chasing it too hard. I just couldn't refuse. I usually don't do this. I'm very camera shy, number 1. Number 2, I usually don't do podcasts. There's so many people, but then you never give up.
So that's the consistency effort, because being an entrepreneur, I learned that consistency is the only key to crack the client, at the same time to make it possible. And thank you once again, Captain Sir.
Thanks, Prashant. Thank you very much.
Yeah.